What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today I'm here to give you guys my list for the top 5 episodes of LEGO Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures Season 2. In this season, the Freemakers are working for the Rebel Alliance. It felt very reminiscent of when the Ghost Crew started working for the Rebellion. Speaking of the Ghost Crew, Harrison Dula had a little bit of screen time in this season. Someone else from Rebels who had a considerable amount of screen time is Corey, the Mon Calamari who designed the B-Wing. He spent a lot of time helping our heroes create a ship that would help turn the tide of the war, the Arrowhead. But without further ado, let's get into the list. At number 5, The Storms of Tull. In this episode, the Freemakers are sent to rescue Major Durlin, but they need help pulling off the mission. So they go to Maz's castle, and good old Hondo Ohnaka offers his services. It's great seeing Hondo, and I'm so glad they got Jim Cummings, the actor who voiced him in Clone Wars and Rebels, to voice him here. After recovering a part for the Arrowhead, a showdown with the main villain of this season, MOC, and taking back the Star Scavenger from Hondo after he stole it, they're able to rescue Major Durlin and drop Hondo off at Maz's castle in a crate. At number 4, The Pit and the Pineal. In this episode, the Freemakers crash on a planet full of kyber crystals. Rowan learns the secrets of how to build with kyber crystals, but for me, why I love this episode so much is because of the scenes with Rowan and Cordy and the development between those siblings. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking, but it's a LEGO show, there's no development. Think again, it's a thing. I know episodes like this may not be as enjoyable for some, as there isn't much action, but for me, it was a nice change of pace from all the MOC we were getting before. And when you become invested in this show like I did, you really do feel for the characters. Speaking of MOC, he's kinda gotten inside Rowan's head in this episode, and that's what sparks the conversations between Rowan and Cordy.
So, MOC. It's kinda getting to you, huh?
Yeah. I mean, what if he's right, Cordy? What if we can't beat him?
We can, Rowan. We will. Just like we beat Nare.
And then what? The Emperor will just replace MOC with something new. Maybe something worse. The dark side never stops.
That conversation is picked up again later after Rowan learns the secret of how to build with kyber crystals.
You're right, Rowan. The dark side will never, ever stop. It'll overrun this entire galaxy and tear down everything in its path. Unless people like us stand in its way. The galaxy needs us to be brave, because when we give in to fear,
the dark side wins.
Right.
At number 3, Flight of the Arrowhead. The Freemakers finally have all the parts they need for the Arrowhead. However, when they arrive back to the fleet, they find them in a battle with the Empire. So they flee the battle and go to a planet where they can place the big kyber crystal and not harm the fleet, and that planet is Jakku. They're able to finish their work, but not before confronting Durpin and Plume Striker, Imperial officers they've confronted in the past. Once back at the fleet, the Arrowhead cuts through TIE fighters and even a Star Destroyer.
Things are big.
Yep.
I mean, much bigger than you think.
Yep.
At the end of the episode, they all get medals from Admiral Akbar and even new ranks within the rebellion. At number 2, Freefall. After losing the Arrowhead to MOC and being tracked by him everywhere they go, the Freemakers head to Corey's old planet of refuge, Chantapul. Once there, they set a trap for MOC, he falls into it, but once again, as the Freemakers think they finally killed him, he comes back. I'm not gonna lie, this was starting to get old. Rowan, seeming to have my thoughts as well, as he tells MOC that they're caught in a loop with the same results and it's pointless. MOC agrees and says that if his programming is flawed, it's because of Palpatine, and if Palpatine flaws with MOC, then he could make flaws with his plan to defeat the rebels with the Death Star. MOC then retreats with the kyber crystal from the broken Arrowhead to go warn Palpatine. At the end of the episode, Rowan realizes not only are they stranded, but he messed up. At number 1, Return of the Jedi, the episode that takes place during the events of the movie Return of the Jedi. Once off Chantapul, the Freemakers return to the place Rowan threw the kyber crystal into lava to get it back. Then the Freemakers join the Battle of Endor, board the Death Star, get captured, and then rescued by a girl that was always referenced but I don't think has ever been seen before, and that girl is Xander's crush, Becky Smoochenbacher. Rowan then goes to confront MOC alone at the Death Star reactor core. He finally kills MOC for good, and his siblings are able to come back for him and get to safety before the rebels blow up the Death Star.
You knew we would.
Yeah, I did.
The Freemakers then join the celebration on Endor, where Rowan finally shows Luke that he can use the Force. I know this show isn't canon, but I do believe that Rowan could have been one of Luke's students at his training academy. So that's my list for the top 5 episodes of LEGO Star Wars The Freemaker Adventure Season 2. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with others to help support the channel. More content coming your way soon.